dear.
Is it interesting?
Very.
I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Now, whatever makes you think that. What's the matter, Fairy May?
Nothing. It's just that no one has said they loved me this long day.
Why, yes, they have, Fairy.
Oh, no, they haven't. I've been waiting.
I heard Florence say it at the dinner table.
Did she?
Did I? She said, don't eat too fast, Fairy.
Was that saying she loved me?
Of course. People say I love you all the time when they say, take an umbrella, it's raining, or hurry back, or even watch out, don't break your neck. There's hundreds of ways of wording it. You just have to listen for it, my dear.
My dentist said I had perfect occlusion. Do you think he was telling me he loved me?
What else? Why, the first day I met my husband, I was riding horseback, and he told me I had a good seat. I knew immediately that he loved me.
Oh, thank you. I've been missing so much. Oh, my dentist loves me.
Now, what else would you like to have me clear up for you?
Nothing. I'm sorry I disturbed you. Thank you and forgive me. Mrs. Savage?
Yes, I'm keeping score and the boys won't help me. What's 7 and 5 and 4? 49.
But Miss Savage!
It's my own system, Hannibal. I refuse to submit to the tyranny of mathematics.
I'll keep score after this.
Mrs. Savage?
Yes, Fairy?
May I interrupt you a moment?
Of course.
There is one other thing you can clear up for me. Why is it suddenly Sunday again when it was Sunday only yesterday?
Why do you think it's Sunday?
If your children are coming to see you, it must be Sunday, because that's Visitor's Day. Guess I had an awfully good time this week.
It isn't Sunday, Fairy. My brood are coming back because they couldn't wait a week.
That should make you happy.
It should, but it doesn't.
Excuse me. Don't you like them?
Not at all.
Oh, I think that's a wicked thing to say.
Well, we have to be wicked every once in a while to get God's attention. But if you consult me, Florence, they were not mine. My husband was left with 3 small children.
You must have liked them when they were little.
All I wanted to make them my own, desperately, but they always resented me. Why, the first time I put my arms around Lilybell, she bit me, and she bit me every day until she was 10.
That must have made you very high-strung.
What stopped her at the exact age of 10?
I suppose at 10, a girl begins to consider her teeth.
Boys! Boys are always so much better.
Not always. They've been spoiled by money. And whenever I tried to correct them, they'd break something I treasured to get even with me. It was a happy day when they went away to school.
School must have taught them something.
Yes, French. After that, whenever they came home, they spoke nothing but French, so I couldn't understand them. And I haven't understood them since.
But you must be proud of them now. The senator is quite famous, isn't he?
That he is, make no mistake. I'm told he gets more threatening telegrams than any other man in Congress. I believe the Western Union lists him as a tangible asset.
If he's so unpopular, then why do the voters keep sending him back to Washington?
They're no fools. It's the only way to keep him out of the state.
The other son's a judge, isn't he?
That's a distinction.
He's made it one. He has the distinction of having had more of his decisions reversed than any other man in jurisprudence.
Is the daughter pretty, Mrs. Savage?
Well, there's a picture of her in the paper. I'll show you and you can judge for yourself.
Oh, don't read us anything out of the paper, please.
I won't. I'll just show you her picture.
We don't look at pictures either.
People are always pinned under trucks. I'll peek first to make sure it isn't horrible.
Well, even I don't say it's horrible.
Oh, she's a queen! She's wearing a crown!
Oh, a queen? That's a tiara, Fairy. It's an old picture from when she was married to her Slovak prince.
Let's take a quick look, Hannibal, just to be polite.
Then she's a princess?
No, she discarded the prince a good 6 husbands ago.
Why?
I'll have no music like a woman playing second fiddle.
But she kept the tiara?
Indeed she did. I suspect she sleeps in it.
The dress is cut rather low, isn't it?
I don't like her. Let's do something mean to her. Why, Fairy? Oh, I don't mean really mean. Something like putting her picture on the dartboard and throwing darts at it.
Fairy!
My dear, you're a sweet child. That's exactly what we do.
Oh, wouldn't.
I need exercise, my dear.
Fairy, you're an evil girl to think of such a thing. Don't you talk to me like that.
Do you know I can actually smell the ocean? I think your genius lies in your simplicity. You challenge the imagination. Could I borrow some thumbtacks? Thank you.
It's setting a very bad example for motherhood.
Do stop worrying, Florence. Don't you like surprises?
Yes.
Well, I want to surprise Lilybell. I'll tee off. Target for tonight. Right in the tiara.
Something dreadful is going to happen, I know.
Everybody to the upstairs study. Mrs. Savage's visitors are here.
Miss Lily, may I stay? I never meet strangers anymore. Please let me.
I'm sorry, Fairy, but the senator insisted on privacy. Hurry now, everybody out.
Someday when I'm ordered out, I'm just going to go without saying a word. I have as much pride as anyone.
All the way upstairs now.
How's the weather out there?
Stormy. Here are your visitors, Mrs. Savage.
That will be all. You could wait outside.
I'll leave the latch off and wait at the hall desk.
I don't know what to say to you, Mother. For the life of me, I don't know what to say.
Polite people say good evening.
Deception is so unlike you.
I'm not angry. I'm disturbed.
Have you the faintest idea of the enormity of what you've done? You've sold control of 15 Savage Industries.
We'll have to sell our stock in Savage Brass to buy it back.
Oh, didn't you find out? I sold that first.
I wasn't get excited. I get why.
What else did you dispose of?
Everything in my name.
We're ruined. But where's the money? You couldn't have spent it.
Tell us what you did with it, dear.
I converted it into a neat little bundle of negotiable bonds and buried them.
When you say buried, you mean as in hidden?
I mean buried as in funeral.
In the ground?
I feel physically ill.
But where is it buried?
I forget.
Just grant my mother one moment of clarity.
Where did you bury it? Concentrate.
Best thing in the world, taking lines out of the face, Lilybell. I want to do something about getting you a new eye. Do you know anywhere that sells bear's eyes, Lilybell?
Get me that stupid thing and answer us!
Miss Willie, help!
Lily, wait, you're just antagonizing her. We'll get nowhere by shouting.
I'm sorry, Mother. Hold your bear. You forget that you're sick.
What we must make you understand, Mother, is that the money involved is not what concerns us so much as the disgrace of all we got. What happened?
She bit me!
Nonsense. Whatever Mother would do, she wouldn't descend to biting.
It was a wasp.
If ever there was a wasp, it's the woman we call Mother! I know when I'm bitten. Teeth marks!
There's no need to raise your voice.
Does it hurt?
Of course it hurts!
Lily, hell! We will get built there fighting among ourselves. Now stop it. We can't afford it.
You can't afford anything.
We simply refuse to be angry with you, Mother. Lily, Bell, apologize.
I will not!
Lily, Bell!
Mother, it's quite all right. I don't object to your biting me. Gnaw and mangle me to the bone. Gum me to your heart's content. Only tell us what you did with our money!
My money. You've already had your share.
The estate is ours. It's belonged to the Savage family for generations.
8 generations.
It is unthinkable that you should be the first Savage to be found wanting.
Found wanting what?
The Savage pride. Now, I want you to listen carefully to what I have to say. The estate has always been a sacred trust. We have never considered ourselves possessors of a great fortune, but custodians of great possession. Don't do that!
Look! I just asked you to look! She's been throwing darts at my picture!
going to a public institution. We will not tolerate this criminal waste.
Well, you've got me in such a state I can't think. I haven't a brain in my head anyhow. You've said so time and again.
Not me.
With all this shouting, you've given me a headache. I can't remember a thing.
What do you mean you can't remember a thing? Of course you can.
I can't. My head is pounding.
We better be careful, Titus.
Can we get something for you?
Yes, the only thing that clears my head is those powders I used to take.
Well, where are they?
I'm out of them.
We'll get more.
Will you?
Of course.
Here's the prescription number. It's from my druggist in Boston.
You mean drive all the way back to Boston?
Where is everyone?
Are you ill?
Titus, this is dangerous. We better get those powders and come back in the morning. We won't accomplish anything tonight.
Yes, I agree with you. Get the prescription filled.
Get it filled, Samuel. When we get back, I'm going right to bed.
Now, are you prepared to tell us what you've done with those bonds in the morning?
Pound, pound, pound.
I'll tell the chauffeur we're ready to go.
Could have gotten into him. Well, we'd better go. We'll be back first thing in the morning.
Pound, pound, pound.
Come, Lilybell, I'll have Dr. Ed give her a sedative.
Lilybell,
What do you mean by this?
I've something important to tell you about the bonds. Come here. Well, I want to tell you, and you alone, where I hid them. Why me? Titus and Samuel are fools, and if anything happened to me overnight, the bonds would be lost.
It was Titus who wanted you here, not I. Where did you hide them?
Where would you hide $10 million if you didn't trust banks?
I don't know.
Under a rock?
Of course not.
Would you hide them in your mattress?
Are you going to tell me or not?
Have you ever been to the Museum of Natural History?
No.
Very educational. And fire.
Mother, please!
Do you know what's on the third floor of the museum?
How could I?
The Department of Ichthyology.
What are you talking about?
Fish. In the last room on the third floor, hanging from 2 wires, is a big dusty porpoise. Well, I stuffed my bonds in that stuffed fish when no one was looking.
I don't believe you.
Name me a safer place.
Only a fool would do such a thing.
That's me.
How could you get a package of bombs inside a porpoise?
Easy. Razor blade and scotch tape.
How do I know you're telling me the truth?
There's a simple way to find out.
You must think I'm very gullible. I have no intention of hunting inside a stuffed fish!
Are we to hold the car all night for you, Lilybell? Samuel is honking.
Let him honk.
Dr. Emmett will be with you in a few minutes.
Titus,
Yes?
kiss me goodbye.
You bit, Lilybell. I don't trust you.
That's ironical, because I trust you. I was just about to tell you where the bonds are hidden.
Surely you know that I never wanted you here. I listened to Lilybell.
Will you get me out of here and let me alone?
Oh, you know I will.
Then I'll tell you. The bonds are in a tin box.
Where?
Do you remember when I went to Washington with a group from Actors Equity?
No.
Well, I do. It was National Ethel Week. We all had lunch with the First Lady. There was Ethel Barrymore, Ethel Merman, Ethel Waters.
What are you talking about?
My bonds are buried in the President's hothouse.
I don't believe you.
You didn't believe Pearl Harbor until you investigated.
But why would you choose such a public place? Everybody in and out.
Well, I'm not very bright.
I'm the only man who can't get into the White House.
You should agree with him oftener.
How do I know you didn't imagine this?
There's one sure way to find out. Dig.
Oh, no. I'm not going to fall for that trap. You didn't bury the bonds there.
In the corner, under the petunia bed.
Titus, unless you hurry, Samuel is going off without us.
I'm coming. I refuse to believe you.
We listened. We're horrible.
We're quite ashamed.
We all wish we were dead.
We wanted to stop listening and sneak away, but we couldn't without making too much noise.
It's quite all right. It's no secret. If you read the papers, you'd know.
Did you really hide all that money?
I did indeed, for my memorial fund. And now you're giving it back.
You're very generous for your size and weight.
But you didn't tell the judge where his share was.
That prescription was actually a note saying to dig under the chimney.
But why did you hide it if you were just going to tell them where it was?
What makes you think I did? We heard you. Foolish I am, but not that foolish. Whatever is under the chimney, or under the president's petunias, or in that big dusty corpus, I can assure you, it's not my little bundle of bonds.
Then why'd you say they were?
I want to see to what extent they make fools of themselves.
Oh, nothing makes the truth seem so shabby as a magnificent lie. How splendid!
But how do you know they'll believe you?
They want to believe me,
They might consider it degrading to go off digging.
but they will.
How can you be sure?
There are a million things a man won't do for $5, but there are